So, here we are. Let's see if it's supposed to finish. Anyways, here we are again. And you can see how I drilled the hole a little bit further in for the bearing. Pretty much just a straight hole with pretty much the last step. I forgot what size it is, but pretty much, you know, drill it in, go straight, don't jiggle, and be careful when you start making the hole. Usually in the beginning of the hole, it's either when you know you're gonna fuck up towards the end, because if you go a little bit crooked in the from the get-go, you'll end up going crooked a long way towards the end, and that'll probably throw your thing off center or the way it should be. But yeah, right now I'm doing it one hand. I'm not even doing it, I'm just holding it in one hand just because I want to show you guys how it was done. But obviously I had both hands and I had it well grabbed on, like, you know, stable. But yeah, so anyways, we drilled the back of it, and I'm just showing you how we drilled it, and I'm just showing you the tool that we used. Start again. We're gonna fit the drive shaft, the jack shaft, and you can see there's like a little notch right there. There's a little notch. You know, the original notch was around here, so I had to get the grinder because I don't have the machines. I don't have no machining tools, right? I could just put this in the what's called in the thing that spins, whatever the fuck, and I could just shave it little by little. But since I don't got that, I use my trusty little grinder, and I was just trying to do as careful as possible. And you can see I just did like a line around it. I ended up eating just a little bit more than I needed to, but you know, that's what happens when you use tools that you got. You know, when you're working with what you got. If you got all the right tools, believe me, this would have been a nice cut machine, you know, nicely done. But we don't got that, so you know, it's all right. I don't think it's gonna break or anything, you know. I don't think it's substantially that weaker. I'm not racing, so we're good. I'm gonna put it back together and I'm gonna show you where it's at. So we cut into it significantly a lot, as you can see, compared to the way it was, and let's see how the shaft fits. Yeah. There you go. So the shaft did go plenty inside, as you guys can tell. So the reason I had shaven the jack shaft is because when I put the washer had like a little space in between, so it wasn't going all the way through. So next thing is to put it on and see how much better alignment we have. See it? Bam, there she is. Just finished her up. I don't know if I had showed you guys, but it was a little bit out of alignment right here. Then there was a warning on the paperwork, and the warning said to put both pulleys aligned with each other. If you don't put the pulleys aligned with each other, what's gonna happen is you're gonna eat up your belt a lot sooner. And it's a little bit off, just slightly whatsoever. So yeah, I'm gonna have to get some washers for that. On that side I can't do nothing unless I was to grind out the sprocket it has in the back. I could do that. We could grind the sprocket right here to the side and make it a little bit narrow. The two back plates, this one was a little bit up on this side and this one was lower over there, so I left two washers for spacers right there. Put a new belt because the other one was already getting ripped because of the same reason, because it was always hitting this. So anyways, got that aligned. The sprocket on the back, alright, you can't see. Let's see, can I turn the freaking flash? Nope. Let me see, all back. bam, we're back with Flash. Again, so the sprocket right there in the back. This sprocket right here in the back, I had to grind it a little bit. And you guys can see, you guys can tell. You can barely tell on the edge, on the one on the bottom of the screen. You can barely tell the edges are kind of grinded off. So yeah, I grind that off so I could align the two back plates right here. So these two plates could be aligned. Then I went and did what I told you guys, or what I showed you guys. I cut right here in the back. I moved the I moved the jack shaft a little bit more this way, so it could be better aligned with the back sprocket. And you guys can tell at first, I don't know if you guys did I ever pay attention or showed you guys, but this nut was barely grabbing on. You could barely grab on, and now it has a little bit of it exposed. So that means I grind it, or I move that much, you know, inside. Not much, but something's better than nothing. And you guys can see it's a little bit better. I still need to do something with a well, I don't know, like you guys can see right here on the sprocket, you can see the teeth are all the way to the left. Can you see that? Yeah, all the way to the left. Ideally, I would think, or I would say, they're supposed to be somewhere in the center, but yeah, I still think I need to move that shaft a little bit more, or to make it easier, I guess, excuse my language. To make it easier, just move the whole engine to the left. Whatever, so slightly. But I want to be using like this for a minute. I put a second screw to the bottom of the tensioner so I could tighten it up to the bottom stay. I left this metal right here. I was going to take it off, but I'm going to leave it on there because, I don't know, I just feel like without this piece of metal, some accident or whatever, this can come loose and the chain tensioner could go inside the rim, causing the rim to get stuck, or maybe break the spoke, or just make an automatic stop when I don't want to stop, right? Yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed. Found it informational for you guys in your own builds. Yeah, so again, Harbor Freight tools, the step steel step drill came in handy to make the bore a little bit longer, or a little bit further in for the bearings. Also, I didn't mention, I didn't show, but between the two bearings, because there's a bearing on the inside and there's a bearing like right here on that side. Basically, it's two bearings, one and one. There's a spacer in between. You have. How many do you guys think this is? I had to cut it a little bit, reduce it a little bit, because you can't have the same space, right? You want it for it to squeeze in. So how are you not? Just, I don't know. If you guys break it down, you'll see the spacer and you'll see what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. You got to cut that one down too. I didn't leave it without it. Many people would probably just left it without it. It might have been easier. It's much easier. But I don't know. Maybe it does need the extra support. Like, why else would they put it right there if it's not for something, right? All right. See ya. Sweet ass spot.